Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Ayu Endah Lestari, you can call me Ayu. I am a student of Mercu Buana University majoring in accounting. In this video, I will explain about generally accepted accounting principle. Okay, let's go straight to the video. Happy watching! Understanding generally accepted accounting principle. GAAP is a combination of authoritative standard or set by police boards and the commonly accepted ways of recording and reporting accounting information. GAAP aims to improve the clarity, consistency, and comparability of the communication of financial information. GAAP may be contrasted with pro forma accounting, which is a non-GAAP financial reporting method. Internationally, the equivalent to GAAP in the US is referred to as International Financial Reporting Standard or IFRS. IFRS is currently used in 166 jurisdictions. GAAP helps govern to the world of accounting according to general rules and guidelines. It attempts to standardize and regulate the definition, assumption, and methods used in accounting across all industries. GAAP covers such topics as revenue recognition, balance sheet classification, and materiality. The ultimate goals of GAAP is to ensure a company's financial statements are complete, consistent, and comparable. This makes it easier for investors to analyze and extract useful information from the company's financial statement, including trend data over a period of time. It also facilitates comparison of financial information across different companies. 10 Principles of GAAP. There are 10 general concepts that lay out the main mission of GAAP. The first, principle of regularity. The accountant has adhered to GAAP rules and regulations as a standard. 2. Principle of consistency. Accountant commit to applying the same standard throughout the reporting process from the one period to the next to ensure financial comparability between periods. Accountants are expected to fully disclose and explain the reason behind any change or updated standard in the footnotes to the financial statement. Next, 3. Principle of sincerity. The accountant strives to provide an accurate and impartial description of a company's financial situation. 4. Principle of permanence of methods. The procedures used in financial reporting should be consistent, allowing a comparison of the company's financial information. 5. Principle of non-compensation. Both negative and positive should be reported with full transparency and without the expectation of debt compensation. Next, principle of prudence. This refers to emphasizing fact-based financial data representation that is not clouded by speculation. 7th, principle of continuity. While valuing asset, it should be assumed the business will continue to operate. 8th, principle of periodicity. Entries should be distributed across the appropriate period of time. For example, revenue should be reported in its relevant accounting period. 9. Principle of materiality. Accountant must strive to fully disclose all finance data and accounting information in financial reports. 10. Principle of utmost good faith derived from the Latin phrase aberrant fidei used within the insurance industry. It presupposes that parties remain honest in all transactions. Compliance with GAAP. If a corporation stock is publicly traded, its financial statement must adhere to rules established by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission or SEC. SEC requires that publicly traded companies in the U.S. regularly with GAAP-compliant financial statements in order to remain publicly listed on the stock exchange. GAAP compliance is ensured through an appropriate auditor opinion resulting from the external audit by a certified public accounting or CPA firm. Although it is not required for non-publicly traded companies, GAAP is proved favorable by lender and creditor. Most financial institutions will require annual GAAP compliance financial statement as a part of their debt covenants when issuing business loans. As a result, most companies in the United States do follow GAAP. If a financial statement is not prepared using GAAP, investors should be cautioned. Without GAAP, comparing financial statements of different companies would be extremely difficult, even within the same industry, making apples-to-apples comparison hard. Some companies may report both GAAP and non-GAAP measures when reporting their financial results. GAAP regulation requires that non-GAAP measures be identified in financial statements and other public disclosures such as press releases. The hierarchy of GAAP is designed to improve financial reporting. It consists of a framework for selecting the principle that public accountants should use in preparing financial statements in line with US GAAP. The hierarchy is broken down as follows. Statement by the Financial Accounting Standard Board and Accounting Research Bulletin and Accounting Principle Board. Opinion by the American Institute of Certificate Public Accountant. FISB Technical Bulletin and AICPA Industry Audit and Accounting Guides and Statement of Position. AICPA Accounting Standard Executive Committee Practice Bulletin, Position of the FISB Emerging Issues Task Force, and topic discussed in Appendix D of AITF Abstract. Next, FISB Implementation Guides, AICPA Accounting Interpretations, AICPA Industry Audit, and Accounting Guides, Statement of Position not cleared by the FISB, and accounting practice that are widely accepted and followed. Accountants are directed to the first consult research and the top of the hierarchy and then proceed to lower levels only if there is no relevant pronouncement at the higher level. The FISB Statement of Financial Accounting Standard provides a detailed explanation of hierarchy. Next, I will explain you about GAAP versus IFRS. GAAP is focused on the accounting of financial reporting of U.S. companies. The Financial Accounting Standard Board, or FISB, an independent non-profit organization, is responsible for establishing this accounting and financial reporting standard. The international alternative to GAAP is the International Financial Reporting Standard, set by the International Accounting Standard Board, or IASB. The IASB and FISB have been working on the convergence of IFRS and GAAP since 2002. Due to progress achieved in the partnership, as SAC in 2007 removed the requirement for non-US companies registered in America to reconcile their financial report with GAAP if their accounts are already complete with IFRS. This was a big achievement because prior of the ruling, non-US companies trading on US exchange had to provide GAAP compliant financial statement. Some differences that still exist between both accounting rules include LIFO inventory. While GAAP allows companies to use the last-in first-out or LIFO as an inventory cost method, is the prohibited under IFRS. Research and development costs. These costs are to be changed to expense as they are incurred under GAAP. Under IFRS, the costs can be capitalized and amortized over multiple periods if certain conditions are met. Next, reversing write-downs. GAAP specifies that the amount of the write-down of an inventory or fixed asset cannot be reversed if the market value of the asset subsequently increases. The write-down can be reversed under IFRS. As Corporations increasingly need to navigate global market and conduct operation worldwide. International standards are becoming increasingly popular at the expense of the GAAP. Even in the US, almost all the S&P 500 companies report at least one the GAAP measure of earning as of the 2019. Special consideration: GAAP is only a set of standards. Although these principles work to improve the transparency in financial statements, they do not provide any guarantee that a company's financial statements are free from error or omission that they are intended to mislead investors. There is plenty of room within GAAP for unscrupulous accounting to distort figures. So even when a company uses GAAP, you still need to scrutinize its financial statement. Where are generally accepted accounting principles or GAAP used? GAAP is a set of procedures and guidelines used by companies to prepare their financial statement and other accounting disclosures. The standards are prepared by the Financial Accounting Standards Board or FASB, which is an independent non-profit organization. The purpose of GAAP standards is to help ensure that the financial information provided to investors and regulators is accurate, reliable, and consistent with one another. Why is GAAP important? GAAP is important because it helps maintain trust in financial market. If not for GAAP, investors will be more reluctant to trust the information presented to them by companies because they would have less confidence in this integrity. Without the trust, we may see fewer transactions, potentially leading to higher transaction costs and a less robust economy. GAAP also helps investors analyze companies by making it easier to perform apples to apples comparison between one company and another. What are non-GAAP measures? Companies are still allowed to present certain figures without abiding by GAAP guidelines, provided that they clearly identify those figures are not conforming to GAAP. Companies sometimes do so when they believe that the GAAP rules are not flexible enough to capture certain nuances about their operations. In that situation, they might provide specially designed through GAAP metrics in addition to the other disclosure required under GAAP. Investors will be skeptical about non-GAAP measures, however, as they can sometimes be used in the misleading manner.